Hi, I'm Shan. Today, I would like to share about the objective and introduction about the bouncy egg. The objective of the bouncy egg is to learn about the mineral calcium. Eggshells get their hardness from calcium, as do bones. When calcium is removed, eggshell and bones become soft, bendable, and more fragile. As an introduction of the bouncy egg, we will be learning and looking at the rubber egg experiment. A rubber egg is a formation of the egg when rinsed in the vinegar as a result. The eggshell has contained calcium carbonate whereas vinegar is contained acid. After a few days, the egg will become elastic and bouncy. Carbon dioxide can be produced when the egg is placed in vinegar. This because a chemical reaction occurs between acetic acid within the vinegar and calcium carbonate of the eggshell. After the interaction between eggshell and vinegar, carbonic acid and calcium acetate will be formed. The eggshell is fully dissolved by the vinegar. The size of the egg will become larger at the end of the experiment. It is due to the vinegar entered to the egg by osmosis through a semi-permeable layer. The vinegar helps to tauten out the membrane of the egg, making it bouncy. Thank you, that's from me.
Hi, I'm Rohan and today I'll be explaining the hypothesis and the materials used in our backyard lab experiment. Okay, firstly the hypothesis. The membrane of the chicken egg is semi-permeable. The vinegar is able to cross the selectively permeable membrane through osmosis. The vinegar toughens up the membrane of the egg, making it bouncy. As for our materials, a chicken egg is used because of its shell being made of calcium carbonate, which is key for the experiment to work. Secondly, we have vinegar. Vinegar is used for its acidic properties, which can react with the egg shell, which is made of calcium carbonate. And lastly, we have a clean glass, which is used to contain the egg during the duration of the experiment. That's all, thank you.
This video is regarding the backyard science chemistry experiment, which is about the rubber egg or bouncy egg experiment. First of all, prepare the materials needed: a clear glass, vinegar, and an egg. The second step is to pour the vinegar into the glass. Now we have to place the egg inside the glass of vinegar. When you look closely, you can observe the immediate reaction. The next step is to leave the egg for 24 hours. It has been 24 hours and now is the time to get the egg out carefully from the glass. After that, clean off the egg. After cleaning the egg, now we can dry it off. While drying it, we can feel the texture of the egg has been more softer now. So now we can test it by squeezing the egg. Now let's bounce it. So the video concludes that our experiment has been successfully done. We have successfully soaked the egg for 24 hours in the vinegar solution and have created a bouncy rubber egg.
Hello everyone, myself Litya Darshini. Today I'm gonna talk about the discussion about the rubber egg experiment. So the rubber egg is formed through reaction between vinegar and calcium carbonate. White vinegar from stores is usually about 4% acetic acid and 96% water. Eggshells are made up from calcium carbonate. Thus, the acetic acid in the vinegar reacts with the calcium carbonate in the eggshell. The calcium acetate plus water and carbon dioxide combine from bubbles on the surface of the shell. The chemical reaction will be stated like two calcium carbonate react with the acetic acid to produce calcium acetate, water, and carbon dioxide. The egg shall fully dissolve, leaving only outer membrane, which is soft and flexible. The soft tissue that is lying inside the eggshell is left. Next, the egg becomes bouncy due to the chemical reaction of vinegar and eggshell. Osmosis is a spontaneous passage or diffusion of water or other solvent through a semi-permeable membrane. What to the area with the most dissolved solutes to make sure in the end both solutions have an equal concentration of solutes. For an instance, if a drop of ink dye added in a glass of water, it will eventually dissolve on its own into the water without stirring. In this experiment, when we take a closer look, we notice that the egg got a little bit bigger after soaking in the vinegar during this experiment. This is due to of the water in the vinegar travel through the egg's membrane to equalize the concentration water in the both sides of the membrane, which is related to osmosis. Semi-permeable membrane, also known as a selective permeable membrane, is a membrane that allows certain molecules or ion to pass through it by diffusion and facilitated diffusion. When the egg is placed in the vinegar solution, the concentration of solute differs between inside of the egg and outside because egg membrane acts like a membrane. So in addition, every cell our body needs the right amount of water inside of it to maintain the shape, produce energy, eliminate waste product, and other functions to keep us healthy. Osmosis works the same in our cell as it does in this rubber egg experiment. The semi-permeable membrane of the egg is much stronger to avoid consequences like the egg exploding as well. We concluded that our experiment worked in egg 1 because the egg turned rubber after we experimented, because we predicted that the egg that soaked in vinegar for a longer period of time would be more slowly bouncy. And we were correct, because if the egg sits in vinegar for a longer period of the time, it will be more rubber-like, because the longer it sits in the vinegar, the more time the vinegar will have to remove the outer shell of the egg. That's all. Thank you.